marginalization for Malik Abbas Dabo to take a bite of. And Gifty is the head of our security desk. So they'll have a bite of the issue we just spoke of, and then we move on. But now you can send money to your family and friends for free on Ghana's most secure mobile money operator, Vodafone Cash. There's absolutely no charge when you send money from Vodafone Cash to Vodafone Cash. Just dial *110# to send money on Vodafone Cash today and enjoy this amazing offer. Vodafone Cash, always safe and secure. Vodafone, the future is exciting. Ready? Telecel offers the fastest internet experience on 4G in the country with coverage in Accra, Tema, Ho, Koforidua, Takrady and Bolgatanga. For the young, Telecel has Telecel Wave bundles designed to cater for youth lifestyle, starting from as low as 2 cedis 50 pesos. Telecel has 4G internet service to meet business, homes and on-the-go needs. This is 4G data, not only on your phone and handheld devices, but also extended for use in offices and homes. Can you believe that? Telecel 4G for everyone. There's also Telecel fiber broadband services for homes and offices at affordable rates with varied speeds, unlimited and bundled data options. If you live at airports, residential area, Laboni, Rich, Cantonment, Jolu and other locations, call 0303 975 342 or 344 or send us an email on inquiry at telecel4g.com. Telecel, just a touch. Let me begin with you, Gifty. Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning, Daniel. I'm okay.
Great.
Yourself?
Thanks so much. I'm blessed. Thanks for joining us. She's going to be here till very late in the evening, so we appreciate your presence. Malik is also here. Hi, Malik, once again.
Daniel, what's up?
I'm good. Gifty, beginning with you. I don't know, you were following the discussion that we were having.
Yeah.
This young lady who died 4 years ago till now, you've not found a resolution. This case is still at the committal stage in the courts. You haven't even gotten to the High Court yet. And then Nana Akwada tells us 80% of criminals get away with crimes in this country.
It's interesting that Nanael says it's because yesterday the same thing, I had the same thing from a security analyst who was on my show on Pulse. He said the same thing. He said that they did some research. He actually did some academic work and presented a paper. And in that paper, he indicated about 20% of the cases actually see some level of investigation. So it's not as if there was closure, he was saying. That it's not as if you take 20% of the cases that are reported, if you take 100% of the cases that are reported, 20% are actually resolved. They are not. That 20% is
those that are investigated. They are poked in some way.
They're touched, like some way. So I think that it gives you, if you doubt, you're tempted to doubt what, for example, Nanaya is saying, or you're tempted to doubt what the gentleman said on my show, if you put it together, I mean, there's some sort of safety when two people are saying the same thing. You can trust it to some extent. I think it's very disturbing, to say the least. And sometimes, really, like most of the issues in this country, we just go in cycles. We just run around in cycles and we come back to a point of, frustration. If you like, because I remember this story very well, and it was quite refreshing to hear that the story came up. I mean, I was listening to how the gentleman her uncle just called in, randomly, and see, he's been sitting on this, he's been bottling this for a very long time, but I saw that picture, the girl floating in the water, and just when I was coming in, I saw the man go out, and I could tell, I just put myself in his shoes. How do you feel this sense of helplessness in your country? I mean, if you feel this sense of helplessness in your country, where else will you feel safe? Where else will you feel that there is justice? And mind you, when people begin bottling up feelings like this, that there is no justice, that people in high places can buy their way through justice, it's a very dangerous place for any society to be, because you are creating a whole new monster, which is a different conversation altogether.
Which is what Nanaya Akwada was saying, that if there's an 80% chance of not even being investigated.
Yes.
If you commit a crime, that alone is motivation for someone to do something.
And again, yesterday we're talking about the analysis that criminals make to commit crime. they have their own risk analysis. So in their risk analysis, they're looking at the consequences vis-a-vis the rewards. If the consequences, the negative consequences to them falls way below the rewards, they will certainly go for the rewards. So when we take on some of these cases and we follow it to the logical conclusion, it gives people hope. It removes the sense of helplessness that make people lose confidence in the security system, in the criminal justice system. We don't want to be in a place where people feel helpless, where people have no confidence. That is a very dangerous place for any society to be.
Malik, I'm sure you agree on that point. But yesterday we saw a swoop that had 374 people picked up in 3 cities across the country. We know that this is a good step from the police, but when you place it against the statistic that a very high chance that 80% of those persons would not even have their cases looked at, according to the police's own statistics, then where lies the hope?
Daniel, I'm sure if you were to go and look into our history books or even newspaper publications, you would find that there are multitudes of these kinds of swoops being conducted by the police, and sometimes they end up nowhere. And the staggering figures you gave about crimes not being investigated, let alone prosecuted, and convictions or acquittals obtained, is a graphic illustration of the quagmire in which we live and the hopelessness that engulfs us as a people. Now, when you live in a society where there is no certainty that those who commit crimes will be punished, then there's actually a motivation for people to commit crime. But even more importantly, there is no motivation for people to obey the law. And when you have a country that passes all the best laws, and yet you know that those laws are only on paper, that those laws will never be implemented or enforced, that people who violate those laws can afford to do so with impunity and go scot-free, then it tells you that this is not a country which is going anywhere. Because the only way that we can progress is when people abide by the laws that we ourselves act and give to ourselves. Because the reason why we pass a law is to always deal with a problem. Now, when you pass the law and you don't enforce it, it means you are not dealing with the problem. Now, what country is it that does not deal with its problems? And a country that does not deal with its problems, how can that country purport to hope to make progress? How is that progress going to come about?
Malik, you ask a very important question, and I want to bring it quickly to what we were discussing yesterday with the Joy Clean Ghana campaign, where we stepped out and we have beautiful sanitation laws. We have a law on vigilantism and other related offenses. Someone comes to attack a team that is trying to enforce the law. And for me, the real criminal in inverted commas, is not even the assemblyman, but the people who he is representing. Because when he stood there, he knew he was representing people, and this is what they really want. They don't want the law to be enforced. Gifty.
Well, Daniel, they've said that leadership is a reflection of the people. Okay, I won't say the people are, but that's why there is leadership. There's the bandwagon theory, the social loafing, where people will jump onto anything because they feel like everybody is doing it. Now, when you have a leader, and that's why we have leaders anyway. Otherwise, let's just live without leaders. Let's just do what we want to do.
Yeah.
But that's why they're leaders, because leaders are able to steer people in a certain way. And so, for me, the criminal here is not the people, Daniel. It is the leader. And the fact that guy can walk scot-free somehow. I'm saying this scot-free very advisedly.
Because, police are on the manhunt for him.
I know. I'm saying it very because I do not know in which jurisdiction someone gets to slap someone and just walks. I mean, yeah, it would take some. It's taking some time. They said that they've invited him and all of that. Daniel, people have said, come to the prisons and see those who have stolen yam. come to the prison and see those who have stolen bananas and are in jail. So someone can slap somebody and can still have the luxury of going to relax at home,
and be invited.
I mean, fair enough. The police give justification for that. They say that, look, there are people. So you consider every case on its merit. So this guy, he's a leader. He was able to incite the people to come against the clean gun.
And technically, he didn't slap David. David said he was looking at him, and the slap came from behind him. So one of
I don't even want to go into those dynamics, Daniel. Mm-hmm. I don't want to. You see, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there this morning. What I want to say is that this guy has no business doing what he did. It is absolutely wrong and must be condemned in no uncertain terms. And that guy had to be arrested immediately. Now, I understand the police officer who was with the team at the time, because I think it was just one police officer.
Mm-hmm. There were just two.
And here is a community whose leader has come to stir them up, has come to incite them against the people, and so he had to take that strategic decision to say, let's leave. So they left. But right after that, I heard he called for backup. He called for reinforcement.
Because it's very close to the police station.
You pick the guy up. You let the people know that you can't do this and get away with it. Now they know that, well, we can do this and get away with it. I have a feeling that if this had nothing to do with the media, this thing will go unreported and it will just be, swept under the carpet. And
you say it as if because the media is involved, anything will happen.
No, well, no, because no.
Still a prayer at this stage.
Sometimes absolutely nothing.
Something has been done. What you saw, at least the mayor came in. He went there. He made a report. But I'm saying that, Daniel, something ought to have been done immediately. Look, I was watching when I was in the UK. I was watching, I think it was Nigel Farage or so. Mm-hmm. And then he was interacting with a reporter. The reporter wanted to interview him. And he just got infuriated. I think the guy said something. He got infuriated and started hitting him with a magazine that he was holding. That was a big deal. A magazine. He didn't slap him. He didn't incite people to about 8. David said there were about 8 people, pouncing on him, trying to get his camera. Who does that? Look, you're living in filth. And we're saying,
clean your environment. You are attacking us.
I don't get it.
You to clean.
I don't get it. See, living in filth. Let's clean up. And I mean, there are so many things that this guy could have done. That he's talking about elections. There are so many things he could have done that would have been to his benefit as far as elections is concerned.
But if he doesn't do that, what happened? Nothing. He won the election without doing them anyway. He will not do them. He will still win the election.
Okay, you know what, Malik?
Kofi Bento put up a post on Facebook, and he asked a question. The sanitation officers and all those public officers that were accompanied by the Joy FM team, the Joy News team, what do they do when they are not accompanied by the Joy and by the media team? If our team didn't accompany them, what do they do?
That's the point I was making.
Which is a fundamental question, because in this country, people just don't do their work.
Malik, I'll come back to you for I'll come back to you for more on that. I need to take the Joy Business Minutes right now and then a quick batch of messages. You're still live on the Super Morning Show. We are having our editors forum. We've touched briefly on the security issue, and then we've talked a bit. We are talking a bit about the Joy Clean Ghana campaign, the bigger sanitation issue. When we come back, we deal with corruption. We'll continue with this a bit. We'll deal with corruption. We'll talk about this ministerial reshuffle that everyone is talking about nowadays. Stay with us.
Hello, welcome to the Joy Business Minute
with Karen and Daryl this Friday morning.
Cocoa Board is expected to sign its loan syndication agreement in Paris, France later today. The board is targeting to raise some $1.3 billion through 24 banks.
Existing mobile money companies, fintechs and operators of various payment systems have up to 9 months to recapitalize. Mobile money firms should have at least 20 million cedis, while the big fintechs will have to recapitalize by up to 2 million cedis.
Commuters on the Nsawam-Accra route can heave a sigh of relief as train services have been restored. Services were halted yesterday during a test run. The train, however, derailed but with no casualties.
And if you're an aviation enthusiast, you could enjoy some new flying experience or hands-on training as the Ghana Civil Aviation Authority has given an operator certificate to a new helicopter flying club. The Heli Flying Club is the first of its kind in Ghana.
Sounds like fun.
I literally believe I can fly now.
Daddy, I bet you enjoyed your trip abroad.
Oh, yes. It was worth every peso. And the experience was breathtaking. The beautiful environment, the culture, and the food. Oh my. Until I got terribly sick.
Perhaps from eating too many new dishes.
But you know, thanks to my Glyco travel insurance policy, all my medical bills were paid for the 3 days that I was on admission.
Really? Glyco travel insurance policy?
Yes, my dear. Glyco travel insurance is the best. Look, it covers medical and emergency services, personal assistance services, emergency return home, personal liability such as legal defense fee, loss of baggage, personal accidents, trip cancellation, or even delayed departure. And even these are the ones I remember off my head.
Yes, Glyco Travel Insurance has a worldwide cover and widely accepted by embassies, both Shenzhen and non-Shenzhen. Visit any of our Glyco offices nationwide or call 020-422-113 or 055-5305-547 for ready assistance from our experienced support team. Be safe, travel protected, and have a peace of mind. Glyco, we cushion you for life.
At Afrodan, we believe that many of the problems people have with their health is as a result of the way they sit. In other words, your chair can kill you. Here's Dr. Marcus Mann of the Chiropractic and Wellness Center.
What you have to remember is that the spine is the lifeline to your body, and posture is the window to that spine. Now, posture is affected by your daily activities and habits like sitting. That's why at the Chiropractic and Wellness Centers, we recommend what I believe to be the best chairs available for preventing not only subluxations, but also other health problems that you may not be aware of. And that's Rabami and Mobilex chairs. Unfortunately, on a daily basis, I have to correct the effects of this poor sitting habit in our businessmen and businesswomen. Always remember, optimal spine equals optimum health.
So, for the sake of your health, buy Rabami or Mobilex chairs from Afrodan. We are on the first floor of the Swansea Shopping Arcade. Telephone 663-085.
Let's go,
My name is Kwame Sefakai, and most of you know me as a media personality, but I am also a family man. The UMB mobile banking app, UMB Speed App, saves me so much time by letting me do almost all of my banking transactions on my phone. The cardless withdrawal feature allows me to withdraw cash from any UMB ATM without an ATM card. I can also pay bills, transfer money, request for a loan, invest money, and so much more. So now, I can spend less time at the bank and more time with the ones I love. Bank anywhere and anytime with a UMB mobile banking app, UMB Speed App, and get the time to do what you love most. Download the UMB Speed App from your Android, iOS, or Windows phone today. Call 0302-633-988 for more information. UMB Speed App, Digibank, let's go!
I could give you about 50,000 reasons why we love Samsung, but that would make this ad over 50 times as long. How about this? Getting a 32-inch Samsung LED TV for just 899 Ghana cedis. 40 inches at 1,499 Ghana cedis. 55-inch Ultra HD TV at 3,999 Ghana cedis plus a free sound system and so much more goodies in the Samsung at 50 promo. Yes, it's a gargantuan celebration. The Samsung fridges start from 1,999 Ghana cedis and washing machines from as low as 799 Ghana cedis. This is just the icing on the cake. The celebration continues, so get ready to be blown away. Visit any Samsung store or authorized reseller for your own Samsung while stocks last. It's the big Samsung at 50 promotion. T's and C's apply. It's not enough that your phone is like a PC in the palm of your hands. It should be super powerful and run like the fastest of PCs and allow you to multitask. It's not enough that your phone battery is better than most. It should be super powerful with fast charging. It's not enough that your phone's display is high quality. It should be the best. Your own movie studio with a cinematic infinity display screen. Introducing the next level power phone for power achievers. The new Galaxy Note 10 and 10 Plus with an intelligent S Pen that turns handwriting into text instantly and a 30-minute charge to last all day. That's next level power in your hands. Buy now and get 100% broken screen repair discount valid now till 31st December 2019. Terms and conditions apply.
Everyone says I'm a Kosia filler, but it's not like I'm nosy or go out to find out the latest filler.
It's just that I get 50 megabytes of data free after paying for only the first minute of every call. And so I just keep discovering stuff minute after minute. That's how come I was minding my business, scrolling through my timeline, and I found out Coco has a new baby. Oh, and last week I learned Ken won the lottery. You see, Ken is my brother's friend. So hello, look who's about to roll with the rich and famous.
Enjoy even more value with MTN Free After One. You only pay for the first minute of your call on MTN Free After One, and the rest is free. Plus, you enjoy free 50 megabytes worth of data to browse your favorite sites. Compare where, compare there. So dial *315# to sign up. We day for you everywhere you go. Terms and conditions apply.
It's time to win, win, and win. Yes, the CBG Back to School promo is on with a difference. Walk into any Consolidated Bank Ghana branch and receive a remittance, and you'll be instantly rewarded. Receive your money through Western Union, RIA, Unity Link, Small World, Express Money, Ease Remit, Sige, Transfast, ATL from any CBG branch. Each amount received qualifies you for an instant gift between now and October 2019. This one is good job. Tell friends and family to send money through Consolidated Bank Ghana. Trust CBG to be your remittance bank of choice. For further inquiries, call 0302-216-000 and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at CBG Ghana Limited. CBG Back to School promo. It's a win for you. Think money transfer? Think CBG. Terms and conditions apply.
Super Morning Show.
10 minutes past 9 here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. We're here with our friends from Academic City. Let me begin this conversation by reading your text message. It says, "Good morning, Daniel. I think our university lecturers know what to do to help our education system, most importantly, the university system. They study outside Ghana and see what goes on there. None of the universities we have in Ghana has subscribed to top journals. So if you are writing your thesis, you have to contact colleagues outside Ghana to download journals for your research. Our environment is not helping us at all." Gifty is nodded when I said that. We need to sit up. Again, we need more practical work than the theory work to prepare us for the job market. Thank you. You didn't add your name. I'd have taken your mobile money number. I'm here in studio with Prof. Fred Mark Bagonluri, President of Academic City College, Dr. Lucy Japan, Associate Dean, Faculty of Engineering, and Kelvin Osu is a student studying BSc Information Technology. We are here to tackle exactly what my texter just sent in. Who did they mention your name? What you just sent in. What is wrong with the university system, and how have we positioned ourselves to be the solution? Good morning, lady and gentlemen.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Hope all is well.
So far.
It's going to get better.
Yes.
So, Prof, let me begin with you. Yes. Let's cut straight to the solution. Academic City has developed a unique learning approach that tackle some of the challenges we have with our university system. So tell our listeners what makes it different.
Yes. So what we're trying to do at Academic City is to look deliberately at what types of skill sets and knowledge bases that we need to tool, and I use that with emphasis, to tool and to retool our young folks to be able to play effectively in the demanding global work climate, where skills, both human relationship skills and academic skills, are in high demand. So we focus this journey around 4 key pillars. The first pillar being contextual, which means that we train these kids to focus on solving Africa's problems. And as we all know, there are many of such problems, whether it's in sanitation, whether it's in energy, whether it's in health, whether it's in education itself, requires a unique focus now from the way we've done things before. We focus on hands-on, which means we don't just tell them Anansi stories. We let them hit the ground with scissors and cardboards and PVC pipes and actually build things with their hands. We focus on unified learning, and by that I mean at the end of each semester, we get all the kids to work on one project, irrespective of what departments they come from. They focus on one fundamental end of semester project, bringing cross-disciplinary, transdisciplinary focus and perspectives to it. And then the last piece we offer them is what we call extensional. And by the extensional pillar, we actually mean, look, we can't teach you everything in the classroom in 4 years. But what do we put in your toolkit so that when you step out of the four walls of this building, you'll be able to apply them to problems that come your way? So that's our emphasis, you know, and then, of course, we have the industry aspects to it, where at the very first year, we encourage our students to do internships, and we deliberately train them through pitching, through coaching on how to present themselves to potential employers.
My dad told me once that, Daniel, you're going to university to learn how to learn, not exactly to learn this knowledge and end there. But I'm very curious about this unified learning approach. Dr. Japan, what is it? Shed some more light on it, and how does it work, like practically?
Okay, so with our unified learning approach, it's all about simulating the real world environment. There's no organization that you go, or there's no work that you do in isolation. Irrespective of your background, you can have a mechanical engineering background, but in the real world, you never work alone. So this is what we're trying to simulate at Academic City. We have projects that run across all the various departments. So I think we'll go a bit into more detail about the departments later. But if I can cite an example that we did last year, which is about solving a societal problem. So we challenge the students and say, come up with a project of what can impact our immediate society. At that time, there was a lot of information about, a lot of talk about sanitation. So the students decided to come up with this automated robotic trash can. Now, in an ideal, the way it works in this particular instance is that you have the mechanical engineers looking at it from a design perspective, from a functionality perspective. You have the business people looking at it from a procurement perspective and saying, how much will it cost? Where can we get the materials from? You have the marketing people looking at it from that perspective, saying, is this what the market really needs? Are we costing it right? Will it do what the users want? And that is a typical example of a collaborative working approach, and that explains our unified learning. And we just don't do it on these projects. There are modules that we do across board. So one of the modules we're doing this year is all about technology and society, and how our technology impacts our society, how our decision making impacts our society. We want our students to come out of it, not to see problems and complain, but see it as an opportunity to generate solutions. If I can briefly mention one of the projects we're going to be working on this year.
Of course.
Within our technology and society, our students are going to be going to one of the agricultural farms close to our facility, and they're going to be talking directly with the people to identify what technologies are they using. Then they're going to go away, come back with proposals and say, this is what you can do to improve it. And that's for year one. It's a typical example of how we're doing unified learning.
Amazing stuff. Now, Prof, one thing that I have with most universities trying to push the boundaries as much as possible is that when these projects end, there needs to be a way that the society can harness the solutions. How is Academic City changing that?
So you've touched on a very important point, and it's not just Ghanaian universities that suffer this. Most projects go atrophy after students have finished. And what we're trying to do, especially with the unified learning, is that it's also a competitive project. So we have teams working on different concepts. And at the end of the second semester or the third semester, we'll do an open house, and we have external evaluators come look at which technology is promising. And that goes to our technology center. And the essence of that technology center is to help the students to productize it, and also to help them find markets for the product. Nice. So in a unified approach, the ultimate outcome is that a team which is cross-functional or ready to start with, come up with a project, have a home to groom it, and then they launch an organization with all the different functions already available from day one. So that is the ambition we're driving towards.
Great, and I can't wait to see the products out there in the market. Kelvin Owusu is here. Kelvin, why Academic City?
Okay, so I had finished high school, I had finished my A-levels, and I was sitting down and I was wondering what school to go to, and I had a lot of offers. And after I had finished my interview at Academic City, they asked me, do you want to see Dr. Fred? And it's not every day that you get to talk to the president. So I was like, yeah, I want to see Dr. Fred. And I told him that I'm interested in IT and a little bit of business. And we are talking about it. We went for like hours just talking about it. That is something about Dr. Fred. When you mention engineering and IT, he can go for days. You just need to give him a timer. And I told him I'll be interested in IT. And I was like, if you want to do IT, you need to start coding. And I was like, I'm already on it. And he was like, okay, let me help you. Let me give you this guy's number. Talk to him and start preparing. And I was like, this is the kind of school I want to go to. This is the kind of practical learning that I want to do. And one thing they say in Academic City is make your mark. And that is that kind of entrepreneurial learning and teaching that they are trying to create. In Ghana, we have that problem of, I don't want to say demand pull inflation, but it's that kind of sense whereby there are so many people chasing so many few jobs. So at Academic City, we are trying to change the situation that we are going to train you to go out there and get the jobs, but we are also trying to train you and trying to say that yes, you can be that entrepreneur that can create your own multi-billion-dollar business, and you can hire people in Ghana who doesn't have jobs to work in. And the facilities over there are so great. The engineering center that we call the box. So many high-tech machinery.
You study in a box?
Oh yeah, we study in the box.
Do you live in a box?
No, we don't live in the box. We have the library, which we also have access not only to a wide variety of books, but e-books too, and the classes too. Not only are the classes small, that means that you get to speak on your teacher on a one-to-one personal level, and they get to know you. But then we have practical classes. So from Monday to Wednesday, you have your normal theory classes where you learn the theory. Then from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you have your practical classes that are like 3 hours.
Okay.
And you have to sit down and go through every single thing.
Prof, he picked something from you. I wouldn't tell you what it is.
Talking for hours. That's what professors do best.
But back to you. Tell us, I'm sure the listeners out there want to know what programs are on offer and if admission is in progress.
Yes, admission is in progress. We offer engineering, which is mechanical, electrical, electronics engineering, computer engineering. We have computer science. We have IT. We have marketing courses. In our School of Business, it's marketing, human resources management, banking and finance. We have our School for Communication Arts. We do communication and journalism. So hopefully our students can visit your studio. And we have public relations and advertising.
Okay.
And we're looking at new programs in industrial and systems engineering.
That's good. I mean, your students are welcome here anytime. And how can prospective students and parents reach you?
Okay, we are located at Hacho, Accra, not too far from Transitions Funeral Home. Our website is www.acity.edu.gh, and you can also reach us on phone at 055 42 64 486.
The phone number again, please.
055 426 4486.
Thank you very much, Prof. Fred Mark Bagonluri, also Dr. Lucy Japon and Kelvin Owusu, soon to be a prof himself, I'm sure. But finally, before you go, Prof, any final words for those out there who want to attend Academic City?
Yes. So I think Academic City is reshaping the academic landscape, and we are going about this deliberately. We are scouting the landscape, trying to figure out where technology and the work of world is headed. And we're trying to come along with it, or at minimum chase it. It's a place where dreams can turn to reality. You have people that have experienced the workplace, that have invented stuff, and that stand in front of students and tell them it's possible. People so like welcome to Academic City College.
Thank you very much, Prof.
My pleasure.
Thank you, Dr. Lucy, and thank you, Kelvin.
My pleasure.
All right, it's 22 minutes past 9 here on the Super Morning Show. Enjoy 99.7 FM. You're just going to go straight to a few messages from our listeners, from our sponsors. And then when we come back, Gifty is still here, Malik is here, and Evans Mental will be joining us as we wrap up with Editors Forum. We're going straight into corruption, talking about the conversation that we've had all week, the president's statement, the new Afrobarometer report, and other related issues. Stay with us.
At UBA, we pay close attention to your every detail, making you feel like a VIP every time you visit us. We have the strongest financial and technological background, making us #1 in risk management. We have offices in New York, Paris, and London, and presence in 20 countries across Africa. UBA has successfully operated in Ghana for almost 15 years, with 28 branches throughout the country. Visit us today at a branch near you. UBA, Africa's global bank.
King of my heart, my one and only. You've been working hard, though. Shouldn't we travel with the kids to relax? Lodge in a 5-star hotel, go on a boat cruise. Don't worry. With Visa, we can get amazing discounts on summer treats, tickets, and tours in UK, Dubai, and USA. Where's that flyer, Seth? See, we could also win home appliances when we spend at least $500 or its equivalent in any currency abroad.
Offer open to all Visa card holders till the 13th of September 2019. Visit africa.visa.com for more offers. Ask your bank for an instant Visa card today. Terms and conditions apply. Visa, everywhere you want to be.
So with this promo, we can win some home appliances and I can finally have my peace.
Jeanette Services presents the 2019 edition of Women in Worship, themed the Trinity Experience. Come Sunday, September 22nd, 2019. Every activity in the capital will come to a halt as all roads lead to the Action Chapel Dome for a thundering praise and worship experience with powerful female gospel minstrels of our time. Reverend Ifweko Charmian, Sissy Troom, Cindy Thompson, Daughters of Glorious Jesus, Diana Hamilton, and all the way from Nigeria, Mercy Chinwo. Tickets are going for 50 Ghana Cedis regular, 90 Ghana Cedis double, and 100 Ghana Cedis VIP. Visit Airport Shell, Fortuna Total, Community 11 Wanaloo Shell. Kindly contact 0248-810-396. This event is brought to you by Nasco Electronics, ATL, Betamol, Color Map, Awake Mineral Water, Pollard Assurance, Imani Impressions, BTL Africa, AH Hotel, and Action Chapel. Media partners, Multimedia Group. Gates open at 4 p.m. sharp. For more information, call 055-774-7977. Women in Worship.
It's time for the most glamorous red carpet event. Glitz Africa presents the 5th annual Glitz Style Awards 2019. A night to celebrate personalities who embrace and inspire style and fashion in a bold, tasteful, and unique way. Step out in style to the Glitz Style Awards pre-party on Friday, 13th September at the Movenpick Ambassador Hotel, Accra at 9 p.m. The awards night follows on Saturday, the 14th of September at the plush Movenpick Ambassador Hotel, Accra. Glitz Style Awards is sponsored by Bailey's, Flesco, Gandor Cosmetics, Samsung, QLED 8K, Movenpick Ambassador Hotel, Accra, and Glitz Africa Magazine. Media partner, the Multimedia Group. For ticket reservations, call 0302-798-513 or 050-158-1266. Glitz Style Awards, celebrating African creativity and originality in style.
Education is the key to our development, and it is our responsibility to ensure everyone everywhere is educated. The Multimedia Group Limited, in partnership with SES and WoloAfrique.com's Wolo TV, presents Joy Learning, a channel dedicated to providing educational content for all levels and skills training. It is time to nourish the mind. Joy Learning collaborates with Wolo TV to deliver a new learning experience. Joy Learning coming soon on Multi TV.
Have some fun with Multi TV. Kill the boredom with Multi TV. Boost your business with Multi TV. Multi TV, more TV for free.
It's now time for the Joy News Habitat Fair 2019 main event at the Accra International Conference Center. As Ghana's one-stop shop for the building and construction industry, this year we are pushing the theme, Rethinking Building Technology in Ghana to give true meaning to affordable housing. Thinking of buying a home or remodeling your existing structure? Want to know about exciting new trends or just looking for exquisite and durable accessories to make your home unique? Then join us for the Joy News Habitat Fair 2019 in collaboration with Elegant Homes and Super Sem Cement. From insurance, finance, security, and energy, we have you covered. It's a 3-day event at the Accra International Conference Center from Friday, September 20 to Sunday, September 22, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. each day. To sponsor or exhibit, please contact 054-431-0864 or 054-690-8179. For 2019 Joy News Habitat Fairs brought to you by Elegant Homes and General Construction, where quality meets value. Super Sem Cement, build your dream. And is sponsored by Pear Talk, Timeless Architectural Fittings, Vodafone Fixed Broadband. Vodafone, the future is exciting. Ready? DBS Roofing, Roofing Papa Fie, Domod Roof, distinct and dependable. McDuncan Company Limited, Building Futures, and Elbeam Reality. Your home is your wealth. Join us Habitat Fair 2019, rethinking building technology to give true meaning to affordable housing.
It's Friday!
Miss Vio,
Coffee in your cup. Joy on the set.
a woman of quality, knows what she wants. If you want to study me and do what you want, then hurry, hurry, come carry your baby, go. Come and see my mother, my mother. You must see my mother, my mother. Come and see my mother.
29 minutes past 9 here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. Back to Editors Forum. Gifty and Apia is here. Malik Abbas Dabo is here. Today's agenda is brought to you by Societe Generale SG Ghana. The future is you. You can enjoy 50 megabytes worth of free data to browse your favorite sites everywhere you go. Simply call your loved ones. You only pay for the first minutes of calls on MTN free after 1, and the rest of your call is free. Then you also enjoy 50 megabytes data to browse your favorite sites. Just dial *315# to sign up now. We're there for you everywhere you go.
My mommy, make it so.
For new entrants to SHS, you can get all your school admission needs without having to walk from one market to another. Prospectus Ghana Limited offers you a one-stop shop for all the items on your child's prospectus.
Come and see my mother.
Credit is available for everyone, workers from both the formal and informal sectors. For busy parents, you can order at the comfort of your home. Service delivery is available. Locate Prospectus Ghana on the Graphic Road opposite Toyota Ghana and adjacent Honda. Visit our website prospectusghana.com or call us on 0302 955 050 or 0302 955 030. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter at Prospectus Ghana. Visit the new Miniso shop as the Marina Mall in Accra from the 14th of September. You can get daily life products, health and beauty products, fashion and digital accessories, and get rewarded with an instant 15% discount. With operations across 80 countries worldwide, Miniso is primed to feed your craving for quality life products. Love life, love Miniso.
Make it official if you really need.
I'm going to start the next leg of the conversation with this.
Life to enrich myself. So far, every single alleged act of corruption leveled against any of my appointees has been investigated by independent bodies such as SRAJ, the CID, and in some cases by Parliament itself. From the allegations against the then Minister Designate for Energy at his parliamentary confirmation hearings, to that against the former CEO of BOST, to those against the two deputy chiefs of staff, to the conflict of interest allegations against the Minister for Finance, to the claims of extortion against the Trade and Industry Minister, to allegations of doubling in visa racketeering against the then Deputy Minister for Youth and Sports, the then Director General of the National Sports Authority, who even though exonerated by the CID later resigned, and the chairperson of the board of the National Sports Authority, to the allegations of bribery leveled against the secretary to the Interministerial Committee on Illegal Mining.
That's President Akufo-Addo there speaking at the Ghana Bar Association conference in Takoradi during the week, speaking clearly that he is not a clearing agent. Malik Abbas Dabo and Gifty Anapia are here. If you juxtapose this with the Afrobarometer reports that came out during the week showing that figures concerning corruption have improved over the past 4-year period if you compare 2015 to 2019, according to Afrobarometer. You think that this government is acquitting itself?
Well, Daniel, I think sometimes we narrow the discussion when we do these kinds of comparative analysis and say, okay, this government that did better and that government did better. I think what we have done and what we do with this kind of binary analysis is to project our own race to the bottom, which is what we are doing. Because if you look at the Transparency International Corruption Perception Index, it does not appear anywhere that we are doing any better in terms of the fight against corruption. It is not. We're actually on the ascendancy. The best score we have had over the last 20 years, from 1998 to 2018, on the CPI is 2002. 50 out of 175 countries listed, we were 50th least corrupt country. But you know what? 2017 was our worst. 81 were 81st least country. Last year, we were 78. So now in 2002, you were 50. 2018, you are 78. So we are not doing any much better. So we can quibble over, comparisons between which government and that government and who is doing better and who is doing worse. But the reality is that we are not doing any better nationally. And if you want to know whether or not we are doing well, go and ask the ordinary citizens what their perception of corruption is. Go to a public office for a service to which you are entitled as a citizen and see whether you can get that service and walk away as you ought to. And you know that the Corruption Perception Index basically gauges the level of corruption in public offices.
Yeah.
In the public sector.
Yeah.
How many public offices in this country can you walk to and have trust and confidence that you'll be served diligently and honestly and fairly and quickly without anybody demanding? In fact, people have become so brazen in their demand for money that they ask you for it. You go to public hospitals, people are clearly demanding for money.
And people are rebranding it to call it gifts and lunch. And I was once asked by a policewoman that she wants to buy mosquito coil or something like that.
But that is the tragedy. When the law enforcers in a country can publicly on the street, whether or not they know you, can ask you for money. When in any obscure office you go to, people can ask you, Chemi Bibie, now you are not saying anything, or you haven't given me anything. And people ask these things brazenly.
Have you gotten that disappointing
there's
look?
actually no fight, let alone for us to say we are winning it or losing it.
Gifty, have you gotten that disappointing look when people realize that you're a journalist and they have to hesitate to ask you for a bribe? Have you seen? Because I always get when I'm stopped and they see that Joy FM is written on the car, they always look a bit disappointed. It's like,
I actually don't see disappointed. I mean, that sometimes what I have seen is more of annoyance than disappointment. But I mean, I don't like putting stuff on my car, so I don't have any Joy FM or whatever. Sometimes I don't even like to paste my
the press.
No, not the press. The
Joy News.
The vehicle documentation.
So
sticker.
her insurance and roadworthy certificates, she doesn't want to put them on the car.
I mean, I wish I don't have to put all of those decorations on my car. but I think that usually I would just say sometimes I really feel bad for the police when they stop you and they give you the indication that they would appreciate something. I feel bad for them. Sometimes I really want to give them, because I mean we know they're like I don't know, but we know this. No, I'm not justifying. I'm just saying that I feel for them, but I can never find it within me to even give them something when I haven't done anything wrong, and I just feel like sometimes I feel like doing that. But when you ask me to give you something because you feel,
an officer,
or a weekend, or that, I really feel sad. I really, I don't know. I just feel sad. I just feel really sad. I feel like I want to do something about the situation, like because see, their duty, especially on the evening, in the evenings when they are checking your vehicles, is to make sure that everybody passing by you is clean, that the vehicles are not carrying anything contraband, etc. But to think that 5 cedis can let someone go away with whatever it is they're carrying in their vehicle, to think that 2 cedis can let someone drive away with, if they with, let's say, a dead body in their boot, it's scary. I think that is scary.
Yeah, so I don't feel sad for them, because you remember when single spine came and the salaries increased. Research actually shows that corruption went higher. CDD did. IEA released that in their.
But Daniel, you see, the thing is that anytime we talk about corruption, we're pinning on the police. But yeah, I feel they're an easy target for us. For all of us.
Right there.
The police has become an easy target for all of us, because people have evidence, people have had experiences, etc. But see, corruption is a big problem that I don't know how we're going to tackle it. I don't know how we're handling this. Look, we have a culture that opens us up freely, easily, readily to corruption. There's this culture of appreciation, showing appreciation, like it's in us. When someone does something for you, you want to say, oh, thank you. So even when they're doing their job, you want to say thank you. The system is so, let me say, completely destroyed, to the extent that you have to pay your way through almost everything in this country. And so it's really, for me, a very tough one. And there's an industry growing around corruption. So, there are NGOs, and I'm not saying the NGOs are not doing their work well. I mean, there are NGOs, there are conferences on corruption. People are making money from this industry, from this business. And as long as human interactions remain in our transactions in our institutions, as long as we have this culture, we are not ready to deal with this culture of appreciation. As long as the people who are supposed to make the changes, the people in power, even though we put pressure on them, they are the beneficiaries most of the time of corruption. As long as they remain in power, I think we're just going to be running around in circles.
Gifty paints a very, very
gloomy
picture.
Of course. That's how I feel.
Okay, Malik, I want you to tackle what Gifty is raising now. But where are you spending this summer holidays? Please don't go there with corrupt funds. You can have a sizzling summer holiday and get rewarded by UBA Ghana. Travel the world, have some fun, shop, jam, meet new people, fall in love, and win a UBA sizzling summer holiday reward. Simply spend a little more with UBA MasterCard on any international ATM, POS, and shop online during this promo season and get rewarded at the end of the month. Be part of the top 5 customers who spend up to $2,000 or more at the end of this month and win a one-night stay at the Royal Senchi Hotel worth $250. If you spend $1,000 with your MasterCard, be part of the top 10 customers to win a $100 voucher trip to Asmera or Imperial Peking. Be one of the top 15 customers who spend up to $500 and win a $50 shopping voucher from Max Smart. Have a sizzling summer holiday. You've worked and studied hard. Relax and enjoy this promo with your UBA MasterCard. This promo ends on the 31st of September 2019. Starting this August, subscribe for your Vodafone fixed broadband for only 100 Ghana cedis and enjoy unlimited browsing for 30 days. Let's make this a long vac to remember. Simply visit any of our retail shops or dial *900#, select option 7 and follow the prompts to subscribe now. This offer is for only Vodafone fixed broadband customers and lasts till 30th September 2019. Vodafone, the future is exciting. Ready? Your text messages are brought to you by Afrodan. Your back must last you a lifetime. And Glyco-Critical Illness Plan, we cushion you for life. So Malik, is it really the case that because of our cultural setup and lack of political will, the situation as Gifty says it, the corruption situation as Gifty says it, is almost impossible to deal with?
I think I don't agree with the idea about culture. I don't agree. What I agree with her on is the point, the sadness she feels when she sees police people and she believes that they are expecting something from her. I feel the same sadness because anytime I see a policeman outside of the jurisdiction, I wonder, can you go and give this policeman, depending on where he or she is, if it's in Europe, can you go and give this guy €1 or €2?
You're mad.
Don't try that.
You're mad.
Can you see NYPD and give the person $1
with their body cameras on? You're mad.
Can you dare do a thing like that? So if I can't give the German policeman €2, why in my country, why is the policeman, why does he have so much disrespect for himself or so low level of value on himself that he can bring himself so low as to ask or to take 2 cedis from somebody on the street? That is the pain I feel. That why can I not have so much respect for my policeman? The same respect I will have for a German policeman or a French policeman or a British police officer. Why can't I have the same level of respect and dignity and honor and value for my policeman? Why can my policeman see somebody on the street, oh, Chemi Bibi Kakraye? Why do we do that?
Is it not because they don't respect themselves? Pardon me, those who ask for these monies. Is it not because they don't respect themselves in the first place?
And to answer Gifty thing about people, because it's a culture and people want to give, do you really think people want to give? Because we have been conditioned to believe that
whether we like it or not, this is a part of the culture that we need to deal with. It's not just about.
We have been conditioned to believe that if you don't give, you will not get the service that you deserve.
That's the cultural conditioning I'm talking about. That's what we need to deal with. It is the conditioning. And Malik, let me just clarify the point I made. It's not just about giving to appreciate. It's also about the expectancy that we put on people in office sometimes.
But that's not.
No. Hang on. I'm not saying that because of that we cannot deal with corruption. I'm saying that these things exist, whether we like it or not. We have to deal with it. We have to deal with it, Malik.
We do have to acknowledge it. And it
brings
us
to the
back
bank. And that's my basis for disagreeing with another point she made about leadership.
Okay.
Again, respectfully, I think that whilst the leadership plays a big role, and we hear all the time about leadership is cause, the rest is effect, and blah blah blah. But do a people not get the leaders they deserve? Do a people not elect from amongst themselves the people who lead them?
I don't feel like I've had leadership that I deserve.
Well, but the people elect.
I think I deserve better.
The people always get the leaders they deserve. And the people hold their leaders to certain standards and certain expectations. When you wake up every morning and you go and line up in the MP's house, and you know that the MP's salary is 8,000 Ghana cedis, and you go and line up and expect the MP to pay your school fees and pay your medical bills and do all of those things, where do you reasonably expect the MP to get the money from?
Cultural conditioning, that's the problem. Cultural conditioning, that people do not feel that they can work for themselves. They should go through proper education. They should work and have and make a living for themselves, but to depend on other people because they are big men and because of the way they themselves flaunt whatever it is they think they have in society and the way our political system is structured. Malik, there is a serious cultural, and I like the word you use. Is my favorite word when I'm talking about children and the way we condition our children. See, children are not even conditioned to be honest from the beginning. And maybe now that things are changing, people are conditioning their children. The way we have conditioned our children, even punishment, when it comes to the way we condition our children to punishment. See, conditioning is a very big problem and we need to deal with it.
So Gifty, does it then mean that we can pardon, for instance, what is said by our politicians when they say, corruption is this tough to deal with?
We cannot pardon them. That's what I'm saying, that they are the beneficiaries of the rot.
So they have no motivation.
They are not going to change it. There is no motivation.
Okay, guys.
I will put myself up for election when your child grows, because I know you are training her well and you are conditioning her well. And those people that, like my children, your children, people your age who have children now, I believe they are conditioning them well. I will be president when those children become
adults. The conversation is getting heated. But unfortunately, we have to be wrapping up soon. Get the Glyco travel insurance policy designed to cover travel costs and reduce the risk associated with unexpected events during your international and domestic travels to Europe, the Schengen countries, or anywhere worldwide. Talk to us today on 0202 222 113 or 0555 30 55 47. Let's help you plan for a peaceful travel abroad. Glyco Life, we cushion you for life. Afrodan is offering you today the most comfortable chair in the world, the Nightingale Extreme Comfort Chair. Just go to Afrodan on the 5th floor of the Swansea Shopping Arcade and feel this chair. You'll be amazed. Call us on 0302 663 085. Take a step into the future with Barclays Absa Group Limited. At Absa, we always strive to keep you ahead. We invested $500 million into tech to make future possibilities a present reality. We also collaborate with you to provide you with modern, award-winning banking solutions. Welcome to Absa Group Limited. Absa, proudly serving you in Ghana as Barclays. From the 1st of August to the 30th of September, Kingdom Books and Stationery is giving a generous 10 to 50% discount on all school items like textbooks, pens, pencils, erasers, exercise books, and much more across all our branches in Accra, Tema, Kumasi, Takrade, and Cape Coast. Parents, teachers, and students, please hurry while stocks last. You can call us on 0302 764 101 or 0302 764 209 or email info@kingdomgh.com. You can also visit our website, kingdomgh.com. Kingdom Books, where quality and affordability are both assured. Kingdom Books and Stationery, your number one stock shop for all office essentials, stationery, and furniture. So we need to be moving off the conversation about corruption, and let me just ask this one. Gifty, why are we hearing so much about a reshuffle? Should there be a reshuffle? Ministerial reshuffle?
Well, you tell me. Should there be? Well, I think there should be.
Okay.
Yes.
Why?
I think we have too many of them.
So you want a resizing?
I'm not reshuffle and resizing.
Or downsizing.
Yeah, downsizing. That's more specific.
Well, exactly, because resizing could go up. We could be looking at 200. You never know. Anything happens in this republic. but I think that I'm not. When people criticize the president for having so many people in his government, I think that I liked the response. He said, "I am the captain of the ship. You know, let me work this thing out." And even former President Kufuor came to say, "Well, the guy said this is what he needs to do. He needs to do the work you've asked him to do. So let him go. See how it works." But I think that I'm not sure if the disappointment is the word, but I'm not feeling the impact of the number. I am not feeling. I kind of understood at the time when they said, "Okay, give him time and see." I don't feel like it's paid off, and so I think there's still a lot of.
There's this conversation that always comes up in governments, Malik. Wait till election before you do an evaluation.
I think it's a bogus suggestion. It's a bogus suggestion because when the steps that are being taken are progressive, we know. We can evaluate them. We can see. We can see the direction that things are going. So I don't agree that you have to wait till an election to do an evaluation. When the parties set their own manifestos, sometimes their manifestos are specific, and sometimes some of the promises that they make, the things that they say they would deliver, are time bound. So they will say, for example, in my first 100 days I will do this, and even they themselves give us a list of achievements, don't they?
But what are we looking at in terms of evaluation? The entire government, or the people within the government, and within which time frame?
It will always have to be the entire government, in my view. We are looking at
who is doing the evaluation in this case?
The person who voted.
Okay.
I mean, whoever you voted for.
Okay.
This is your government. Okay. Which is why I'm asking. Those why I asked the question: ministerial reshuffle or ministerial downsizing. You understand?
Downsizing and reshuffle.
Downsizing and reshuffle.
Yes.
Who should change to where?
Well, If you put me on the spot like that, I think that one name easily comes to mind, or one ministry easily comes to mind. I'm not particularly impressed with the work that's been done in the Ministry of Health. Maybe I don't have the full facts, but I don't think
you have 30 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
I
give you a good reason. I think look at the issue with the Legon Hospital, for example. As we speak, as we speak now, it's still an outstanding matter. Look at NHIS. They tell us that they've paid off $1 billion or so. And there's still a lot of issues. But people, they'll complain. The doctors, they may not come out to talk to you, but they complain a lot in the background about how, especially poor people, they can't reach out to the poor people because they just don't have the money. I went to Tripoli. I went to their hospital, Daniel, and I'm going to do a report about their hospital. You see, it's the district hospital, and it will shock you the kind of things that you see there.
I can't wait to see the reports.
I mean, these things are there. I know I have friends who are doctors. Just a quick one. Doctor friends who are staying at home. They were complaining about doctor-patient ratio, and they're at home. They don't have jobs.
Charlie,
I'm picking that out, but that's
I guess it. If that's your passion, if that's what you're passionate about, I won't talk about it. Malik,
so you're taking my closing
one
argument?
Ministry. Yeah, one ministry. Malik,
Daniel,
one ministry.
It is the Ghanaian people who are corrupt, and they elect. If the Ghanaian people say their leaders are corrupt, the people themselves are.
Malik, I
if
asked
we
for
want
one ministry.
a credible leadership, the people themselves must be credible. My sense is
institutions must work to make this work.
I agree.
See, you're taking Malik's time.
The institutions are populated by people.
Malik, I'm waiting for the ministry.
Are people of credibility. We will have credible leadership, and corruption.
Ministry, he says.
Ministry. I don't know. I can't be. I am not the president. He chooses who he likes.
But are you not a Ghanaian? Are you not an interested
party?
It's
okay. We're out of time anyway.
So
it's time for us to go. No, I need Gifty and Malik back. Just the two of them. I need them back. Thank you so much, guys, for coming through. Gifty and Apia, Malik of us, Dabo. Join us for the Joy News Habitat Fair next week. Yep, it's gonna be. Is it next week? Yeah. The 20th to the 22nd of September. The theme is rethinking building technology in Ghana to give true meaning to affordable housing. Look at the brands that are involved in this one. Elegant Homes and General Construction, where quality meets value. Super Cement, build your dream. They are bringing us the Joy News Habitat Fair. It's sponsored by Petok Timeless Architectural Fittings, Vodafone Fixed Broadband, Vodafone The Future is Exciting, ready. DBS Roofing, Papa Fie Domod Roof, Distinct and Dependable, McDuncan Company Limited, Building Futures, L-Beam Realty. Your home is your wealth. Joy News Habitat Fair 2019, rethinking building technology to give true meaning to affordable housing. Join us at the 4th edition of the Mexican Food Festival at the Labadi Beach Hotel. Come and enjoy a hot Mexican cuisine on the 13th and 14th of September by the renowned chef Suad Hernandez, coming all the way from Mexico. Also performing is Mariachi Band, also from Mexico. 6:30 p.m. each night, Friday 13th, Saturday 14th September. That's today and tomorrow. For bookings, kindly call 0544 431 213. It's the Mexican Food Festival. Come, let's celebrate. Thank you for joining us this morning and this week. We'll be back on Monday with another super morning show. My name is Daniel Daze. We're out.
At UBA, we pay close